I don't care. Close. Blah, blah, blah. Right. Ah! Why doesn't it want to flip the other way? That's not the angle I had planned. Oh, well. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is it really dark just for me? Can I... Ooh, I can retouch. Fun time. What did that do? I don't think that did anything. Oh well. Anyway. I'll wait for people to pop in. Pop in, pop off. Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm on my phone. I don't know if I'll be able to see the comments. Probably. Hopefully. Wait a minute. If not, I'll just... Salutations to you too. Hello. This is my first live ever. So hi Chuck, how are you? First time I go live, so I have no idea what's going on really. So if I look a bit lost at first, it'd be what it'd be. But anyway, thanks for joining. Hello. I just wanted to go live and chat about download. I thought it was going to be maybe better than just do a regular video, you know. I'll be making a vlog anyway for Patreon, and then eventually maybe post it to YouTube, but for now it'll be mostly on Patreon because I really didn't film all that much. Like I filmed mostly little bits of like more for shorts and stuff like that, but not necessarily like actual content. I don't know what it's gonna look like. Dude, I am always lost as well. We'll be lost together. We'll just be lost together. So yeah, anyway, so I thought it might just be better to, I don't know, I have a chat, and hopefully I won't get too confused. Because the good thing with YouTube and on videos in general is that I can cut out the long silences between me losing my track of thoughts. And it is so fucking warm. I don't know if any of you are in the UK right now or if it's really fucking warm where you are as well. But my brain is melting. My brain is melting. So anyway, you know, it might not be very coherent. And if you can't make it for the whole duration of the thing anyway, I think I can make this like rewatchable. So if you can't make it for the whole thing, you might be able to rewatch it after that. But anyway, enough chit chatting from myself. Texas, boy, I've never been to Texas, but it sounds like it would be warm. You know, is that like is that typically where the Western films are like made and filmed from, with like the hay bowl rolling in the distance? That sounds warm to me. So yeah, sharing your pain. Not missing much. Oh well. Who knows? I feel like it would be fun. Probably not now. Maybe in a few years, depending on how life goes. Because I'm not going to the US now. I'm sorry. I am not. Oh, brace yourself then, Chuck. Brace yourself. Fill up on a fan or something. I don't know. Some ice cubes. I don't know. Literally, I guess in the US you do have AC, which is great. We don't. Yeah, I'd go on vacation to Texas, probably. Or maybe to some festival as well. I don't know. I feel like that would be great. I mean, I'm not big on country music, but I feel like it would be fun. I'm sure there's like loads of music festivals down there as well, right? So that's cool. Do you guys enjoy going to festivals? It was honestly, Download was my first like my first weekend long festival. I'd only been to like a single day sort of thing. Not to Download, but to other ones. And it was so cool. Oh my god, it was so fun. I already there's one of my friends who was there as well, whom I made there actually. She was like a friend of a friend who was also there, and she's already bought her tickets for next year. It's so funny, and I'm tempted to do the same, but I mean I don't have the funds right now anyway, so I can't do that. But yeah, I'm tempted to go again next year, and hopefully maybe do the 5 days, because it's like it's technically a 3 days if you don't know what Download is, or like if you've never been, because obviously it's in the UK, and I mean like the name is out there, but like if you've never been, you don't really necessarily know how it is exactly. So it's like 3 days usually of music and bands and stuff like that. Although I think last year or 2 years ago it was 4 days, which sounds like a lot. But otherwise, like a lot of people go for 5 days, so they arrive on the Wednesday, and then there's like a few events. There was the Venga Boys, I think, on the Thursday. So there are like bands and like a few events and stuff like that, but it's not the big thing. It's like just a few things, and then people just mostly chill for 2 days in their tents and on the camping site, and then there's the 3 big days with loads of bands. So maybe I'll do 5 days next year if I can come. That'd be great. If the weather is nice. We were so lucky because the weather was fabulous the whole time. It did rain a little bit, but only for like short amount of times. And honestly, it was so warm that it was welcome. It was like, yes, please, rain down on me. Like, except maybe before Sleep Token. Oh, Oklahoma. Damn, yeah, that sounds. I don't even know where that is. I've heard of the name obviously, but like my geography of the U.S. states is not that good. It's really not that good. But yeah, I feel like they're not. I feel like in Europe, it's a thing for like weekend long festivals and stuff like that. Oklahoma is a really cool name. I get it. Like it is cool. I see why it's there. But I don't know. I don't know if in America it's that big of a thing. I feel like they're usually like one day, or like if it's a weekend, there's not necessarily camping involved. I might be wrong. Maybe I just I know nothing really. I'm a bit dumb. But yeah, what was I even on about? Oh, the rain, obviously. First thing I have to talk about Download is the weather, because that's all we do. But yeah, it was really great weather. Can you see this tan? Look, I tanned. Oh, but the Warped Tour doesn't exist anymore, does it? I've got a few each year, but US is a bigger non near me. Yeah, that's the thing. It's a lot of land to cover to get anywhere. Did the Warped Tour come back? Is that a real thing? Because I feel like I've heard about it for last year. Really? Huh. The more you know. The Warped Tour is back. Is it as good as it used to be? Not that I've ever been, but I've heard things. Seemed like it was a good thing. The Vans Warped Tour, you know. I would go. I would go to that. I would travel. But yeah. Anyway, I was joking about the tan. I am tanned, but like we can't really even see, and it really looks dark on the screen. I feel like my screen is dark, but I don't really know why. Depends on the bands. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Like a lot of people were complaining this year about the lineup at Download as well, and I was baffled because I fucking loved the lineup. I like that's one of the reasons I still wanted to go, other than just Sleep Token because, you know, but there was just so many other bands other than the headliners as well that I was like, I need to see them. I need to be there, and it was just it was honestly a bit of a dream come true, because there were so many bands there whom I grew up listening to. You know, there was Rise Against, Within Temptation, Bullet for My Valentine. They're just like it. That's my childhood. and teenage years sort of thing. And it was just it was my first time seeing them. I've honestly not really been to that many gigs. It was just not possible when I was younger. So, what do you mean I'm offline? Sorry, I'm uploading something to Patreon and it's telling me lies right now because I clearly am not offline. Oh well. Stop lying to me. So yeah. So it was great to see them for the first time and all like in a short amount of time as well. It was like day after day. Just back to back bangers and amazing bands. Oh, it was just so good. Shall I? I'll let me pull up the lineup for you and tell you whom I've seen. Download 2025. I also received this lovely bracelet from. Her name was Haley. Hello, Haley, if you're here. I don't think she will be, but anyway, a stranger. Wait, let me take it off. She made bracelets because it's a thing now. People make bracelets apparently for gigs and stuff like that. I think it's a Taylor Swift thing, but I don't care. I like bracelets, so it says 22 in Roman numerals because it was this 20-second download, which, as it turns out, 22 is my lucky number. Oh, just my number. So it was perfect. It was meant to be. It was meant to be. I'm just so happy that I got to go. Let me see the lineup because my brain is, as I said, melted and I already can't remember. It's not even been a week. Right. So on Friday, obviously, like there was just so many that I had to miss some of the ones that I wanted to see. That's that. You know, that's a festival for you. The first band we wanted to see was The Haunt on the Dogtooth stage, which is like the smallest stage on Friday. But we forgot there would be a massive line to get into the arena. Because, like, there's the camping grounds, and then, like, you have at least a 20-minute walk to get to the arena. And, yeah, I got there on the Friday. So, by the time I met up with my friends, because I didn't know where the fuck they were, because he was like, oh, yeah, you need to go, like, he was giving me directions, roughly, but, like, not really good ones. Hi, Aaron, if you're here. Not really good ones for someone who's never been there and, like, doesn't know the site, doesn't know what means, you know. And he was like, oh yeah, just like go up the hill, but everything was a hill, like. And I was like, I've just been up a hill and now back down. And I was like, there was no way to get there. And he was like, yeah, it was the hill. Turns out it was the wrong hill. I told him it was the wrong hill. Anyway, made it there eventually, found where we were camping, but we didn't make it to The Haunt. To be fair, I don't know them a whole lot. I think I know, but I was intrigued. From what I'd heard. I wanted to see them. Anyone knows The Haunt? Or likes them? Or heard of them? Nah? Alright. It's alright. Then I'm starting off with the boring stuff. I don't know if that's boring anyway. And then I'll go a bit more into detail. And like, if you have any questions also, fire away. I think after that, yeah, I went straight for Rise Against. So Rise Against was the first gig that I saw at Download, and oh my god, I fucking love them. I've not actually listened to them in ages for some reason. Like it just be like that sometimes, you know. I've just especially when all you listen to is Sleep Token, like it's hard to listen to other bands sometimes. But like, oh, I don't know. They played all of their classics, some newer songs. Because before I went to Download, I listened to their latest album, I think, once, just to have a rough idea of what they might play. I think they played maybe one song, maybe two, from their newest stuff, but it was all like, you know, Prayer of a Refugee, Ready to Fall. Oh, Give It All. You know, the bangers. I had a great time, but I made a horrible mistake because I don't know if you watched my videos, my last few videos before I went to download. I've been struggling with my allergies. Hello, hay fever. I still am a little bit. My voice is a bit like I've been coughing a lot. It's either that or it's some flu post download, which is a possibility. I saw someone post on the Facebook group. They were like, "So, who's given me COVID?" Not me, but I hope that's not what I've got. I feel fine. I just like feel a bit coughy. But that could definitely be my hay fever. Anyway, I packed up like a whole pharmacy of shit for my hay fever because I was scared that it was going to ruin the experience. Because obviously, you're outside the whole entire time for like 3 days. I was like, how am I going to survive? It really, honestly, wasn't that bad. I thought my allergies were going to be really, really worse. But I did make a mistake the first day because what happens if it doesn't rain at download? It's dry as fuck, and that means there is dust everywhere. And I had really underestimated the dust and the dirt effect. And I obviously went into the pit for Rise Against, my first gig. And I wear contact lenses, by the way. I don't know. I think I have like maybe one video where I'm actually wearing my glasses. I don't really like wearing them. Also, I have 2 pairs and they're both slightly broken, so there's no point really. So I'm wearing contacts and I have allergies and I'm in the pit for Rise Against and I'm living my best life. But, you know, there is dust in my eyes. By the end of it, there is dust in my mouth. There is dust up my nose and probably in other places that we don't talk about. Can't be worse than for Bullet for My Valentine though. That eye was a completely different color when I came out of that one. I think I have a picture, but it doesn't even really show on the picture. Yeah, I really underestimated the dust and the whole rest of the day. I just had like sand in my eyes basically. And I don't know if any of you have hay fever or some sort of allergies, but like your eyes are already itchy from like the pollen. And my eyes were extra itchy because of the sand, but like the minute you touch them, you're fucked. You are fucked. They are just gonna itch more and it's gonna be painful. And I didn't have anything on me. I had left everything in the tent to take off my contact lenses and clean them out properly. So did I end up? Yeah, I had to go back to the tent eventually to like take them off and like clean my eyes properly because I was not having a great time. But that's the only thing. So like for the Saturday, I was like, we don't want to ruin the day before Sleep Token, so no pit, only for Sleep Token. To be fair, on the Saturday there weren't really many people I wanted to see. Like there were, but like I was okay seeing them from like a bit more of a distance. But anyway, I'm all scattered. And I'm drinking coffee because I was falling asleep before that. And I was like, no, I need some energy for the life. But now it's making me probably a bit more scattered. Apologies. But again, if you're subscribed to me, you kind of know this already. So, any fans of Within Temptation here in the chat? That's who I went to see after on the Friday anyway. It was great. Oh, they are so good. Sharon has just the voice of an angel. It was so good. It was so good. Funny thing is, the first song she came on and she had one of these masks, and I wish I could share pictures in the live. Can we do that? It doesn't seem so. Oh well. She had one of these masks. I don't know if you are really familiar with the masks that the vocalists for Sleep Token, the Esperas, like the back vocalists, wear. But it really looked like one of those ones. I was like, is that a Hysteria Machine? Which is the company that makes them. Is that a Hysteria Machine mask? They're always really cool. They're really, really cool masks. Anyway, so she had one of those, which I thought was kind of cool. But then she took it off straight away. I assume she was just dying from the heat. But yeah, like, who else did I see after that? I think. Oh, we did see Dead Pony first. I lied. Rise Against wasn't my first gig. It was Dead Pony, whom I didn't know, but my friend did, and they were really good. Band from Scotland. Look them up. They're really good. They're not like the heavy stuff sort of thing, but kind of like just like rock, like heavier rock a little bit. Really good. And I really wanted to see Apocalyptica because you know me, I love a fucking good cello. And what are they? They're all about cello, babe. But I didn't get to see them because they were clashing with Green Day. So I couldn't not see Green Day. And they gave a hell of a show. I think it might have been the longest set. They played for a really long time, and they played all the songs I wanted to hear, I think. Maybe not all of them, but they played a lot from American Idiot. They played Saint Jimmy. I wasn't expecting that one. I don't know. I've never seen them live before, so I don't know if that's something they tend to play. They played Jesus of Suburbia, which is probably my favorite song from Green Day. Jesus of Suburbia is just, it's a journey. I love a journey. Oh, it's just so good. And I don't know. I don't know if you guys have seen any updates at all or any reels or TikToks or videos about Download at all afterwards. But because I've seen a bit of that coming up on my feed, but people who went to see Green Day, they're all like, I feel like we all had the same emotion at the same time, the same surprise, because and even Billy Joe Armstrong, to be fair, because like he was singing "Wake Me Up When September Ends," and like everyone's in their feels, everyone's just like, oh, you know, like the nostalgia of the song, but also the message of the song. And then he sings, "Here comes the rain again, falling from the stars." And then it starts to rain. I was losing my shit. I was baffled. I was like, this isn't real. Like, and even, oh, I don't think I wasn't filming at that time, but I've seen a really, really good video who was filming the screen, and it was a close up on Billy Joe's face, and you see him look up, and like he seems like he's touched about it. It's like the stars were literally listening. The stars were listening, and like, because obviously it's like a song about losing someone, so I'm sure he was maybe thinking about that someone being like, damn, they're here with me, like it's a fucking sign from the universe. I'm having chills talking about this, mate. It was just a beautiful moment, but like the song they played just before that, what was it? I can't remember. But they had a massive balloon flying in front of the stage that said like "bad year." they're really not they're really not pleased with the situation in the US right now, and they spoke about that a lot. It's kind of funny. There was a guy in the crowd who was dressed as Trump. Like he had a whole mask, and I think he also had like a full suit and tie and everything. And he went up on screen a few times. Um, what was it? What was it that Green Day got us to shout? I don't know, but we basically all insulted Trump as a crowd, as a bonding moment. It was kind of funny. But anyway, there was this balloon that said "bad year," yes, and which was also very funny. And I was like, this surely the balloon has something to do about it. Surely there's like they've released chemicals or whatever that people say controls the weather, right? Like I don't know. It was just like so surreal that at the exact moment it started to rain. And I was like, oh no, Green Day got the spot because I was hoping that it might rain during rain for Sleep Token on the Saturday. It didn't. So Green Day got the slot of like the strange raining happening. But yeah, Green Day was epic. There were fireworks. There were, I don't know if any of you have ever seen them on stage, but they're so full of energy. I didn't know they were that insane. Honestly, great show, amazing show. And I realized also, I was like, I don't think I'd ever heard Billie Joe Armstrong speak. If I did, I didn't pay attention. I didn't know he sounded like that. But anyway, not a bad thing. It just took me by surprise. I was like, oh. He's got a bit of like a nasal voice, but it's not a bad thing. Anyway, just thought it was funny. So that was my Friday, mostly. But because of the fucking dust, I was so tired after that. Like, because I don't know if you've ever had something in your eye for the entirety of the day, and it's just that's all you can think about, and it's painful, and it's just uncomfortable, and yeah. My friends were like, ooh, party after all of that, and I was like, I think I really want to go to bed. Like, so I stuck around for a little bit. We went, there was a place that did shisha. So we went there because we really all just wanted to sit down somewhere. There were like other tents around the campsite that do like there were DJs and all this sort of stuff. DJs playing metal music, obviously. And it would have been cool, but I really just wanted to sit down. We all wanted to sit down, so we did some shisha without the tobaccos. It was just some flavor. But it was fun. It was a chill environment. Strawberry flavor. I didn't know there were. I've never done shisha before. I think I didn't know there were flavors with it. But you know, the more you know, you learn. You live and you learn. And I think, you know, eventually it was like 1:30 in the morning maybe, and then I was like, I was getting cold a little bit, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go get a hoodie and I'll come back. And I never came back. I got to the tent and I changed into my jammies, and I was like, I ain't walking back all this way. I'm now too comfortable and I am tired. So I went to bed, and I mean, I went to bed, but I couldn't sleep either way, because there was one of our neighbors, or like it was a group of them, but they were playing Christmas songs up until 3 a.m. Why? I suppose they thought it was funny. It is my personal worst nightmare. It's fucking June, mate. I do love Christmas. I do love Christmas, don't get me wrong, but in its own time. Halloween needs to come first. And also because of things like that, it makes me like Christmas a bit less, because it's just like, it's just not Christmas. The vibes need to be vibing at the right time. Anyway, so yeah, I think that night I probably got 4 hours of sleep, but like on and off, so, you know, waking up, because I also couldn't breathe through my nose. That's one thing, you know, hay fever and everything. Sleeping outside with probably dust up there as well. And I got me these little things, but they don't really work, I think. They're like the strips. People tuning in right now, like, what are we even on about? Yeah, anyway, they're just like strips. They're meant to help for like snoring. I don't snore, but like I don't breathe. So I thought it could help. It didn't help. So it was a bit of on and off, waking up to more Christmas songs. And then eventually, you know, anyway, I probably slept 3 hours, 4 hours. But there was this great place. I forget the name. Forget the name of the place. But they were making this extra strong coffee, and everyone was raving about it. By the end of the last day, it was gone. It was sold out. They didn't have any more of it. What was it called? What was the company called? I can't remember. If I think about it, I shall let you know eventually if any of you want to know. But they were like their strongest coffee they suggested to people to have it with an extra shot of CBD in it because it was that strong that it made people who were addicted to caffeine, like people who are used to having 8 cups of coffee a day or something like that, would have the jitters drinking that one coffee. So I had it. I had it with the CBD because I was like, I'm not dealing with the jitters. I don't want that. So I had the coffee and it was really good. And it did carry me through most of the day. I needed to have another coffee like by 3 p.m. maybe. But like for sleeping about 3 to 4 hours, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Because I needed all my energy for Saturday because, you know, it was sleep token day. Ah! Now who did I see on the Saturday? Not that many. I went to see Loathe. I think they were the first ones I saw. I saw them last year. They were opening for Korn. Always great. I do love Loathe. And the one thing is I was kind of pissed off because they ran out of time. The minute they were starting to play Is It Really You, they just, you know, they cut off their sound and they couldn't play it. So it's kind of my favorite, but it's okay. It's okay. I did hear it last year, so it's fine. They were really great as well. Trying to remember. I feel like there was something during Loathe that happened, but maybe not. Maybe not. I saw Palais Royale. Oh, they're really good. I'd listened to them before, but like not on a regular basis, but just a song here and there, and being like, oh, they're really good. But they also know how to give a show, like really talented family, because I think they're all brothers. Really talented musicians. If you don't know Palais Royale, it's like I'm giving you my my recommendations at the same time. I wouldn't say I've like really discovered anyone because obviously I don't tend to like go see bands that I don't know at all, or artists that I don't know at all because I don't really pay attention. I do, but it's just like there's always so much going on with like people around and like it just being live, that I'm like I don't enjoy a live show as much if I don't know the songs. I know some people don't mind. I'm like, but you know, when I know them a little bit or like the general vibe, it's great. It's good. I don't know if I made any sense there, but anyway, I did see a bit of Don Broco, but from afar. Like we were just sat. If you saw my lovely little short where I'm on this sort of inflatable thing and just vibing, I was vibing. I feel like it did tempt me to like go listen to a bit more of Don Broco because I don't think I have. I don't know what. I don't think I know any songs. So if you have any recommendations for Don Broco that I could react to, maybe, because they seemed like from what I was hearing, it was really good, and it seemed like my type of thing. And I definitely could tell why some people like in the theories when people like to speculate on the identities of Vessel. They were like, it's the guy from Don Broco. They do sound alike. I heard it. I was like, oh, okay. But then Don Broco was in the crowd for Sleep Token, so because I saw someone who was like, oh, Don Broco, the whole band is behind me. So not him. I saw my friends were watching Poppy. We were all from a bit like further away. We watched Poppy a little bit. I don't know her a whole lot. I didn't enjoy her gig all that much either. It was just a bit weird. I mean, I know she's kind of weird on purpose, but it was like weird, uncomfortable, weird, a bit bored. But again, I didn't know the song, so like obviously when you know the songs, it might be different. But she was using kind of what Sleep Token usually uses, which they haven't this time. But they usually use like recordings of like altered voices to kind of like they're like interludes to chat, to interact with the crowd because they don't speak, but Poppy can speak. But she was still using these sort of recordings of her having a discussion with a voice. But I don't know if I don't know if she's meant to have any law. Do you know, guys? Do you know Poppy at all? Maybe if it has to do with the law and it makes sense, then it makes sense. But to me, who doesn't know anything, I was just like, I don't know why. It's like halfway through her set and she's not said a word to us until eventually she went like, "Thank you." Download. She has a really, really, really high pitched voice, which sounded a bit forced as well. She was like, "Thank you." So I don't know. I was getting weird vibes a little bit, and I don't know that I'm the biggest fan of music either, but I'd have to like properly sit down and listen to a song. I only knew what is it? Violence Against Nature, is that what it is? VAN. I knew that one. And I liked it at first when I like months ago when I discovered it. I listened to it a bit and then I got bored of it and then I took it back out from my playlist. So that's really all I know about Poppy. And it's not even Poppy alone. Anyway. Don Broco. I'm looking at the set list, trying to see the names that I've seen, by the way. That's why I'm staring away from you. Oh, I caught a little glimpse of Kim Dracula, whom I also don't really know a lot. I've heard the name. Apologies. I've heard the name a whole lot. But yeah, it seemed a whole lot. It seemed very fun. There was a sax on stage. There was... I don't know what was happening, but I was kind of here for it. But we were kind of like walking past. So I'm gonna have to check out some Kim Dracula as well if you have any recommendations. I wanted to see Currents, but there like not that much. Like because I don't know them that much, and there was Mothica also playing and Dayseeker. Who did I see? Who did I see instead? Because I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't see them. Who did I see instead? I can't remember. Maybe it was Puppy. Because I was trying to plan my whole thing. You know, I was like, okay, because Shinedown was playing before Sleep Token, but there was about an hour and a half between Shinedown and Sleep Token on the main stage, and I needed to plan my shit properly. I was like, okay, when do I get food? I don't even think I had food, to be fair. Like, dinner? I think I had lunch that day. That was it. I wasn't hungry. It was too warm. Are you one of the... Are you like that as well? Like, if it's really, really warm? Like, today, I didn't have lunch. I had grapes and a bowl of cereals. That's it. It is now nearly 5 o'clock. I'm not hungry still. I'm not. So anyway, I wasn't eating really, but I was like, okay. What I was doing was drinking a whole lot of water. Obviously, it was needed. So I was like, and they had these stations where you could refill water bottles. So I went to the beginning of Shinedown with my friends. But then I was like, at that point, I really needed to use the toilets. I was like, I don't really care that much about Shinedown. So I went to the loo. And then I was starting to stress out about Sleep Token. So eventually, through Shinedown again, I had to go back. And I was like, I need to go back now. And then, planning in my head, I was like, okay, go to the loo now because you won't have time in between and there would be a lineup, so if you go now there won't be a lineup, and then go to refill your water bottle because now there won't be a lineup if you go now. So like, and everything's a bit far, so it's a bit of a walk around. So I was doing that during Shinedown and then got back just in time to catch the last song, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start and like slowly push through to get to the front of the stage because that was the point. My point was like, right after Shinedown, I'm gonna get semi close to the stage for Sleep Token. That'll be fine. I'll just wait there. But as it turns out, I probably should have gone to the front for the beginning of Shinedown and never moved again. It wouldn't have been feasible because I I need to wee a lot. That's TMI, but anyway, I always need to plan when I go to the toilet. So it wouldn't have been feasible, but for me to be like quite at the front, to be fair, I was quite at the front, but I was just like on the side, a bit too much to the side. It wasn't the best spot, and I was a bit disappointed in that, in me, in the universe, for Sleep Token. Not in they have nothing to do with that, like in it being not the best, but it was just the location I was in. Why was it so hard to say? Because like I got there, like I said, at the end of Shinedown, and I was slowly making my way through, and I thought, you know, some people are gonna leave, maybe not many, but some, and then I'll be able to make my way through again. No, barely, like immediately, I immediately just got caught there. We were all like sardines. It was like, that's it, that's your spot. And that was like 2 hours before Sleep Token came on stage. I was like, all right, well, we're stuck here now. And it was well on this side of the stage, like on the right, kind of like just in front of a screen. So what's fun with Sleep Token is that they had the biggest set of them all of the headliners anyway. Like I don't think I've ever seen, I don't go to that many festivals, but like even like looking through videos online, I don't think I've ever seen a set this elaborated for a band at a festival. Maybe probably there has been like over the course of history, but I can't think of anyone right now. Because like they had, I don't know if you guys have seen any pictures or videos, but like they had a whole why are words failing me? They had a whole fucking mountain, basically, a whole sort of castle made out of rocks. They had a waterfall, a real one, real water, going over their logo. A waterfall. And that's why there was so long between Shinedown and Sleep Token, because like the setup of everything needed, there were like 20 people on stage moving rocks around. It was very funny. And like there was a curtain that kept going up and down, but me being on the side, I could see behind the curtain anyway, and that's the point. That's what I wanted to get at. And so like at the beginning, you're meant to have the effect of like everything's behind a black curtain, and they start with the Look to Windward, and Vessel starts to sing, and nobody sees him. Like if you're in the middle of the crowd, right, or like in front of the stage, sort of, you don't really see him. He sings, and the music plays, and then it goes heavy, and then the curtain falls, drops, and then there's lights and everything, and it's cool. But I could see him straight from the start. I was like, oh, he's hiding in his little corner there. Like, so I didn't get like the curtain effect, like the fall of it sort of thing, but it was still really cool just to be there. They always give a really, really good show. It was my 4th time seeing them. I don't think it was the best set I've seen them play, like, personally. I think probably like the last tour when they were doing the 3 albums, the trilogy, that was incredible. Because like there's some songs that they dropped, obviously, to put other songs, like some of the new ones, but they were some of my favorites. Like they didn't play Chokehold, they didn't play Ascensionism, and I feel like they would have been really great, but like instead of The Love You Want, you know, it was great that they brought back Thread the Needle, but then I was trying not to get spoiled because I wanted to have the whole surprise of like the set and everything, what they were going to play, but I was already spoiled Thread the Needle, so it wasn't as big of a surprise. It was still cool. But yeah, eventually I did get a bit of a better, wow, that was funny. I looked at my screen and I saw that there's 4 people. Hello, you 4 people. But it was 44 minutes and 44 seconds, all at the same time, the exact second I looked. Ah, wow. Anyway, I don't know what that means. It's meant to mean stuff, but I know what it means. It means it's gonna set me off track, and I'm not gonna remember what I was talking about. That's what it means. Yeah, eventually I got to a slightly better spot, but still not that amazing. Because we started a mini pit. We were so on the side, like, I couldn't even see the pits happening. I was like, is there a pit? Because I want to be in it. I couldn't even see them. So we started a mini pit. We were like, it was like 6 of us. And then I used it to, like, swing me a bit further. That's my trick. By the way, if you're looking for a trick, if ever you end up in a shit position at a gig, a metal gig or a rock gig, pit. Like, you don't have to go really in it, just on the side, and because it kind of tends to go in circle, you can kind of like shimmy your way around, and then you end up in a usually better place for shorties, girls. That's my trick. I like to push around a little bit as well, but I am scared because it's always tall men, tall, robust men, and I'm like, ah, yeah. I don't like to be hurt. So, but I'll push you around, you know. Anyway, so we started our mini pit. I got swung around to a bit less on the side. And then the 2 lads who were behind me, though, they were so funny, but they were also so annoying because they just kept talking the whole time. Like, Thread the Needle, the beginning is like quite slow and like quiet and chill, but it's meant to be the vibe. You're meant to take in the vibe, right? I want to hear Vessel sing. And they were just talking the whole time right behind me. I filmed the beginning of Thread the Needle. All I can hear is them. So I wanted to post that bit, but I didn't because they were talking and it's not great. Anyway, so I don't have a whole lot of footage that I can actually use with the sound because they're just chatting in the background. Although it was very funny because the second I got there, I was like, I got swung in front of them, and then all I hear is one of the guys go like, "Yeah, I could go gay," like out of context. I'm like, okay, great, but I just know he's talking about Vessel being like, all right, okay, I'm feeling things, you know, and it was just very funny to arrive at that exact moment. So yeah, what else happened? Oh yeah, while we were waiting for Sleep Token, though I did mention that a bit earlier on, but it was chucking it down, but in such an annoying way. You know when the sun is out, but it is like it's raining so hard, like the driplets are like thick. You know what I mean? They're like thick drops of rain. It almost hurts when it hits you. You're like, stop raining on me. You know, not hail, obviously. If these would have been frozen, like that hail could have killed someone. Like that's how thick they were. But the sun was out there, and it's like, I see you. Why? Why are you teasing me like this, sun? So at first it felt nice. It was like a little drizzle, and then suddenly it was like just chucking it down. But anyway, we survived. I had makeup in my eyes. I had to look at my feet because I was like, it's really raining a lot. And I didn't have a poncho, obviously. But we did get a lovely, lovely rainbow. So that's that. And what happened after that? Oh, I sang my heart out. I don't remember most of the gig. I didn't want to film a whole lot to like take it in. But that's the issue after that because I leave and I'm like, I don't remember what happened because I get like, you know, I give so much to it that I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if that happens to anyone else. Like I remember most of Rise Against. I remember most of Within Temptation. For some reason, Sleep Token is always a bit of a blur. Maybe it's something, you know, I don't know, something in the air, something in their magic. And that's why people have to go see them multiple times, because we don't remember. But yeah. And after that, what did we do after that? Went back to the camp. What did I do after that? Oh, I went with one of my friends. There was an acoustic someone playing in one of the tents, but that was packed, so we just sat outside, chatted a little bit, had a drink. It was chill, but then again, I was exhausted, and I was like, I'm a go. So like I suppose that, like, I thought after that I thought after the whole weekend I was gonna be so tired, because I'm now 30 and I'm an old lady. And I need my comfort. I was like, oh, 2 nights out camping after like jumping around all day and being outside in the sun and whatnot, maybe some rain. I thought I was gonna be so tired, but I guess not that much. But I also didn't stay up all that late. I mean, like 1 or 2 a.m. I guess that is fairly late. But like not as late as some others. So maybe that's why. I don't know. And Sunday was kind of a chill day, honestly. We brought the chairs. We sat down mostly. I say we. Mostly my friends. I'm a bit sad I got to miss Nothing More. I really wanted to see them, and I caught like the last bit, the last half of their last song, basically. Because we were packing up that morning, and my friends were a bit slow. I was excited. I was like, woke up early ish, got ready and everything, and they woke up a bit later, and they were really slow to get going. And because we were gonna leave just after the headliner that night to avoid like the massive traffic the next day. You know what I just realized? I had planned a whole playlist to play in the background of this, and I never pressed play. LOL! That's very funny. I'll press play now. But you know what? Maybe it'll distract me. Who knows? But yeah, anyway, they were just really slow at packing up, and obviously I had to help carry stuff and my own stuff as well to the car, and because I was going back with my friend after that who was driving us, so kind of had to know where the car was as well and bring my stuff there. So yeah, I didn't make it on time for Nothing More, even though I was trying to like press them a little bit, because I was like, I'm really trying to catch Nothing More, but I didn't. So I guess I'll have to go them if they tour around at some point. I'll have to look into this. But I really enjoy them just in general. Then I caught Spiritbox, because my friends really wanted to see them as well, so I caught Spiritbox from afar. They were great live. Like, I feel like it was a great show, but I don't know that it like influenced me or inspired me to like look more into them. Although there were a few songs, I don't know which ones, obviously, because it's like that I was like, okay, I feel like I would like this one, or like a bit more than some of the others. And it's not that the songs weren't good. It's just, I don't know, the vibes, maybe a bit less my vibes. I don't know, but some songs seemed really nice. So, and then I caught a bit of Meshuggah as well. That was great. But not all that not that much, because I had to go to see President. I had to go see their first ever gig with only 2 songs out. Which I didn't even know the second one. I just did a reaction yesterday for that one, so I didn't even know that one. And it was like, I hope the music's not too loud. If you can hear it at all. Anyway, whatever. But like, I thought they were set to be on the smallest stage, so I was like, oh, okay, I guess maybe, there is a lot of like curiosity around it, but maybe not that much because they're on the smallest stage. So I thought, oh, I'll get there maybe half an hour, 20 minutes before. Big mistake. Massive mistake. I was out of the tent. I was like, I could not see anything. I caught glimpses of the president, whatever. I don't know if they. I guess it's the name of the band, but I guess it would be the name of the lead singer as well, right? The president and like his followers, whatever. I don't know. I don't actually know. Is that do we know about the law? Have they told us about the law? Anyway, I could only see on some of my videos, but like not in real life. So that's kind of funny. Because like I explained in my video that I filmed for the second song, Fearless, it's kind of like on a hill. So like the tent is at the top, and then it goes kind of like this. So like you're not too far out from the tent, but you still can't see anything because you're like a bit lower than the people in front of you. So I saw another video today actually, someone walking from another stage to get there, and they were like there were even more people than I thought from my video that I saw outside or like queuing to like get around or and I'm assuming once it started a lot of people just left because they couldn't see anything or maybe even hear anything. Yeah, but from what I could hear, it was honestly really nice. They played about 5 songs, so I'm really excited to see what else comes out. I really like the second song as well, so yeah, this could be cool. Hopefully, I know someone was saying in the comments of my reaction to Fearless, they were saying it would be great if they were to open for Sleep Token on their next UK tour. Who knows? Who knows? It could be. And then obviously I went to see Bullet for My Valentine. I could not miss them. I grew up listening to them. Mostly The Poison. I feel like it's their best album because I never really got into the albums that they put out after that. Like what even was the name of the album they put out after that? I liked a few songs, but not as many as the ones on The Poison. So like once it kept on going, I just didn't. I wasn't necessarily. I forgot that they kind of existed, except for The Poison. My brain does that. I don't know if you're like that as well. It's like I like that album, and it's like, oh, they have a new album. Okay. I won't necessarily go and like, I don't know, go and listen to it. Which is the whole reason I'm doing this thing, this reaction thing, because it's like, dude, just listen to things. My brain's like, nah, I don't want to. But then again, sometimes I listen to the same music over and over again, and I'm like, I kind of want something new. It makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, they were really, really good. My friend thinks that they, like, worked a little harder to be on point, because, like, I don't know if you know about the whole drama with Trivium, but it's like Trivium was, because they were touring with Trivium, and Trivium was like so tight that it made them look a bit bad. But then anyway, they were really good. They were really good. So I don't know if they like just gave their everything because they want to headline at some point. That's what they were saying. Oh, and they were playing mostly of what they played was The Poison for the last time in the UK. So I was really happy because it's my album. And the whole time I was thinking about my brother, and I was like, he's going to be so jealous. He wasn't there for that. So I sent him clips. That was very nice. They were really, really good. And I went in the pit for that because I was like, I don't really care. I can have dust in my eyes. I'm gonna try not to, but somehow I didn't as much as for Rise Against, but I ended up being more dusty in general, like from head to toe, literally from head to toe. I came back to my friends after that. They were like all sat chilled in their chairs, and they like all looked at me like, what the fuck? Like everyone was staring at me because that's how dusty I was. Just completely brown, I guess. And because I went into the pit a little bit, but not that much. But I was like right next to one, so and it was just so dry. Like the second, and there was a pit for every song basically the whole time. It didn't stop really. So like it would make like a tornado of sand, and yeah, that would just like, you know, be pushed on me and the people around me. It was hard to breathe at some point just because of the dust. It was just everywhere. And the crowd surfers were back to back. So that was a bit annoying because I'm quite short. So it's always like, I can't really touch you. I can't. So, and when they fall, they just fall on my neck. But anyway, I really wanted to crowd surf though. I've never done crowd surfing, but I didn't. Because I had a really good spot. I was quite at the front. So I thought I might catch something at the end when they throw stuff in the crowd. I thought I had a really good spot to catch something, but I didn't. So I could have crowd surfed. I also don't know what the procedure is after crowd surfing. Do you... Because, like, you lose your spot, don't you? You just go back at the complete back? That doesn't seem like a good deal to me. Also, I was seeing how people were yeeting people. I was like, you aren't gonna yeet me. So I was a bit scared. But next festival, next year, if I go back next year, I'll put it on my bucket list to crowd surf at least once. And then next to that other box next to that will be not die. So if I am able to tick both, that means I survived. And I've done it. So yeah, that would be cool. And then obviously Korn was headlining on the Sunday. So I saw them last year in Scarborough, but very different. Very different vibes, much bigger stage. They were epic, they were amazing, they're always really, really good. Good vibes. Like, you know, they seem like just nice chaps. And it's always nice to have Johnny Bagpipes tell us to shut the fuck up. He did that as well in Scarborough. I guess it's just a thing they do live, you know, because people, there's like a long silence and people go like, wah, wah, you know, like for a very long time because they're not doing anything. And like people want to fill in the silence and then he goes, shut the fuck up. And it's just very funny. It's very funny. But yeah, we were quite far away for Korn. Great sound with where we were next to like a faraway speaker. But when I was in Scarborough, I was right in the pit. And like one of my friends who was there for both as well, he was sat for Scarborough. So he was like, oh, they were so much better at download. But I'm like, I can't really compare because one of them I was in the pit and the other one I was like far away, just kind of vibing. So to me, I feel like they were better at Scarborough, but I think it's not them. It's just the vibes in general. My screen went like, did that happen to you as well? It like threatened to shut for a second. But yeah, anywho, that was the weekend. That was the bands that I saw. I think I'm not missing anyone. One sad thing after... Oh, I caught a bit of Jimmy Eat World on Friday as well. None of Weezer, sadly. Like, there were so many bands. So many bands. Opeth was there, and I have a request coming at some point for Opeth, so... Too late now, I can't see them. But yeah, one sad thing is that on the Sunday we got to my friend's place after the whole thing, and I look at my phone and I'm like, why is there's like the corner of my screen that's like purple? And I'm like, oh, that's a bit strange. Go to bed. Wake up the next morning, the purple has spread, but like in like little dots a bit around on my screen on my phone. And I was like, that ain't good, surely. Quick Google. Everyone was like, you're doomed. Yeah, your phone is like, you have a few hours and everything is going to be black. You're not going to be able to use your phone is dead, blah blah. Like, I was panicking. Turns out I just needed to change my screen. It was apparently broken. So Download did that. Download broke my screen. But you know, just a bit of money. But it's alright. No, it's all fine. I even have my screen protector was also all cracked, so now I have a new one and I can't see stuff through my screen, so it's good, I guess. I am thankful that I didn't get all that much merch because it was quite expensive. I really wanted to. Oh, they had these sweaters that were like, they had a blue and a red, but like they were tie-dye sort of thing with black. So one of them was red and black, one of them was blue and black. And the red one was really cool. And I really wanted it, but it was like 55 quid. And I had to get that on the Sunday because I was burning. Like, my scalp was just burning. And my face as well. Like, I did have a bit of a sunburn on my nose. I think it's mostly gone now. But yeah, I felt crispy. And my head was starting to hurt. And I was like, oh no, like, this ain't good. So I needed to get a hat. Oh, I have a clip at the back, so it's not really... Hello. It's not really going to show... Oh, this is awful. Yeah, my hair is clipped at the back. So anyway. And it flips as well. I've got little dogs. The little dogs of Download. I don't really like that side, though. It's not really my type as much as the black side. But, yeah, I tried to be cheeky on the because I bought this on the Sunday. I tried to be cheeky and I was like, "Have you got any discounts?" Because it's the last day. They said no, and then I asked again at a different merch stand, and then they said no again. But I tried anyway. This was 25 quid. 25, mental for a hat. I don't know. They were sold out of the Sleep Token hat. Otherwise, I might have gotten that for like 30. Like, if I'm gonna pay that much. But at least I've got a little Download memorabilia. Is that the word? Memento? Whatever. Yeah. It was great. Honestly, like, the people I met there, really, really great. Like, good vibes all around. I wasn't expecting any less, really, because I feel like, I mean, there's always some dicks. The people playing Christmas songs. I don't know that I would have been friends with. But other than that, to be fair, there were a lot of people that I knew, or like, knew, quote unquote. Okay, we don't want the ads, Spotify. Like from other reaction channels, or there's Rinky Dinky Candles who was there as well. I thought I might like... I mean, there were loads of people there, so I wasn't expecting to run into everyone, but I thought maybe I'll see someone. Didn't see anyone. Not a soul of other people that I knew who were going as well, and not even the girls. I got a ride down from York, well, near York, because I was like, because the trains were expensive, and I thought, you know what? I'll try my luck, and I'll message on the Facebook group for Download and say, is anyone driving from near me? And someone was, so I got a ride. Only paid £10 basically to get down. Well, £11.50 with the train to them, which was £1.50. And then, yeah, just basically paid £11 to get down to Download. So that's a good deal. That's a good deal compared to like 60 something on the train plus the shuttle bus. I'm paying that tomorrow though to go down to Stonehenge for the solstice, so that's gonna be fun. That's all on my credit card, by the way, because I can't really afford it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. But yeah, I was making a point. I think I was trying to see, this is the reason I don't go live because that shit I can cut out. I don't always do, because I do think it is quite funny. I am my best public when I do the editing of my videos. I'm like, I make myself laugh a lot, and I make a lot of memes out of myself, for myself alone, but sometimes I do share them. It's just funny. I was saying, I got there for cheap. Oh yeah, the girls who drove me down, I thought I might run into them. Not at all. Not once. I don't know who would be there next week. Next week, yes, next year. People are speculating that Ghost might headline with Linkin Park, and who else are they speculating? I forgot. It'd be cool. Linkin Park would be cool. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's like loads of details of things that like I forgot because it's obviously it's a lot. It's a whole weekend, and if I were to go into details for like every band as well, like it would take fucking ages. But if someone was asking me, they were like, "Oh, who was your highlight act you saw?" Like it probably Sleep Token, right? And I'm like, I don't know because obviously they were amazing. I'm biased. It's like I don't even have to be there, and I will say they were amazing. You know what I mean? But because there were so many bands that I had been listening to for ages, for like nearly my whole life. Whom I got to see for the first time: Bullet, Rise Against, Within Temptation, Green Day, I guess. Um, who else? Who else? I think for like the old ones that I grew up listening to, that's mostly that. Shinedown, I guess. Not as much, but I did know a few songs. Like it was just so special. So I don't know who I would say my favorite act is because I was just happy to be there for all of them. Um, yeah, in like different ways. It was just great. And the weather was amazing. The food was good, even though I barely ate. But the people were great. I had an amazing time. Yeah, yeah. So that's that. I guess I don't know if there's anything else to say about Download. Honestly, I didn't think I was gonna chat about it all that long. I thought maybe I'd get into talking about even in Arcadia a little bit because last time I tried to go live didn't really work. Um, it was much later. I ended up not doing that. Oops. So I thought like maybe I'd do both, talk about Download and then my thoughts about even in Arcadia. But I've already been chatting for an hour and 12 minutes. I think that's a lot. I think that's enough. um, yeah. So that's that. Any questions, anyone? Doesn't seem like it. But yeah, if you have the occasion eventually to do a festival like this, I wanted to say like that and like this at the same time, like that. Um, do it, do it if you have the occasion. Honestly, it's just so fun. I'm really glad. I'm grateful as well. So thank you for anyone who supports the channel. Honestly, because otherwise it wouldn't have been possible. So I'm really grateful for that. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what my next gig will be. I kind of want to go to Leeds Festival, at least for a day, because Bring Me the Horizon will be there. I'm kind of tempted. Kind of tempted. I don't have the money for it, but I'm kind of tempted. That's in August, I think. So it might be that. If not, we'll see. We shall see what the future holds. But yeah. I'll try to be posting. Like I said, I'm going down to Stonehenge tomorrow for the solstice, so I won't be able to post all that much. I think, or like edit a lot of shorts or the vlog for Download just yet. Honest, the worst thing about Download is my phone cracking. My having to replace my screen, and the coming back to reality, coming back to work and all this stuff. Like, because I was like, oh, I've got a full week before the solstice. I'll have time to like do editing and all that stuff. Like, no, I've been passing out at like 7:30 out of nowhere, watching something on YouTube and just going like watching ghost hunting, like nothing like super chill, like watching horror films and going like just passing out at 7:30, which is quite funny. So yeah, I didn't have all that much energy after work to do the editing, but I'll try and do that really quickly. If you guys are interested in seeing that, I'll try to post like a few recaps in like shorts and on TikTok as well and on Instagram as well if you don't see them on YouTube, but they'll be on YouTube as well. So I'll try and do that. Yeah. But amazing time. Amazing time at download. So I shall be going now probably, unless you guys want to chat a bit, but I think this is it. I do need to pack now for the solstice. I don't know what to bring. Probably nothing. It's so warm. I'll just go naked. Yeah, it's time to go. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But anyway, thank you for tuning in to my first live. Hopefully not the last. Whenever, I don't think I'll make this like a regular thing, like on a specific schedule, but hopefully regular enough when I have stuff to say. To be fair, clearly I think I've demonstrated that I can just about talk about anything and everything for a long amount of time. But that's, you know, it all depends on if you'll want to listen to that. So anyway, I hope you all have a good rest of your day. And it's been a pleasure chatting to myself and to you. Bye.